Hi you guys, this is Dr. Laura Conover, and today I am just literally standing outside with my cell phone in my hand for a very super informal video on tips and tricks to expand your grounding practice past just bare feet. Aren't you sick of hearing people say, go outside barefoot, go outside barefoot? Well, first of all, it's not always convenient to go outside barefoot. You don't always have time to go barefoot and get your feet dirty. You don't always have a place that's safe to stand on the earth barefoot, right? And sometimes people have injuries or mobility issues that they're not walking around barefoot. And it's not as easy to just say, go out and go barefoot. You know, for some people that is really difficult. So guess what? There's tons of other ways to get grounded, and I'm gonna show you them today. So today, to show you and verify that you're really grounded, I have this ground test meter. And you've seen me use this in videos before probably, and it has a plug, right? So mostly you see people use this indoors to test a grounding tool to see if they're grounded. But did you know all that really matters with these testers is it's a continuity tester. So it's just trying to make sure that there's a continuous flow between you and the earth. That's all it's doing. So you can actually plug this guy in directly into the ground, and as long as this grounding prong is touching the earth, it doesn't have to be in an outlet, it can be in dirt. So let me show you that, and I'm gonna use this throughout the video to verify whether I'm grounded or not and show you a bunch of different ways to get grounded. First tip is, you don't always have to think about your feet. Right now I'm still ungrounded because of my rubber flip-flops, but I'm gonna use my hands. So always look for an opportunity. You could be in winter, bundled up with a winter jacket on and boots on with 20 pairs of socks underneath and a sleeping bag wrapped around you, and all you need is a fingertip to get grounded. And it doesn't even have to be that. It could be your cheek. You could lay your face against a tree and you'll get grounded. It doesn't have to be through feet. And a lot of people don't even realize that because all people tell them is go outside and get barefoot. Have you gone barefoot today? Well, guess what? A lot of people don't want to go barefoot, but you always have other options. You're coated in skin and it's all highly, highly conductive. Just like you, a tree or anything living and rooted in the ground is highly, highly conductive. So this tree here, I'm standing next to a tree and I'm gonna ground myself through the tree. But I wanted to show you a tip because just like with you, the more moist, hydration and water facilitates grounding and minerals. So the more moist parts of a tree will ground you and the drier parts won't. So if you're looking at a tree and there's thick, thick bark on it, it's possible that that will cut you off, insulate you from getting grounded. So when you look at a tree and you want to get grounded, you always choose the spot of the tree that is the most hydrated. So in general, that's flowers and leaves. So let me show you touching a leaf. So here I am, I'm standing in rubber-soled flip-flops so that I know that I'm not touching the earth and I'm ungrounded. And right by my feet, I am going to plug in this ground test meter as if this was an outlet, a grounded outlet, because really it is. We just want the grounded prong to be touching the earth. So I'm gonna touch this and make sure I'm not grounded, right? It's a little tricky. I'm gonna try and hold on to this test meter, and in my other hand, I'm holding my phone, and I'm gonna try and show you what it's like to touch a moist part of the tree. So going for a leaf, I am now grounded because I'm touching the leaf like this on the back. Let go, I'm not. Let's try another leaf right here, this little guy. I'm just gonna touch this with my finger here. You can hear I'm grounded. When I'm up, I'm not, but there, I'm grounded. But trees, like us, are covered in an outer layer for insulation, just like our skin. And so if you touch a dead part of a tree or a part that has super thick bark, you're not gonna be grounded, so let's try it. Nope, still not grounded. Trying to hold it with more skin contact, not grounded. So that's why I go for the most moist part of a tree. Same here. Not grounded. Now, so along that same vein, just like with a tree, when the bark around the outside is too thick, it will insulate you from the living, moist energy going through the center of the tree. We're the same. If we have a lot of dry skin built up on our body, it will reduce our conductivity. So here are some extra tips you might not know about how to enhance your own conductivity so that your grounding is instantaneous when you touch the earth or touch a grounding tool. So one thing you might want to do, which I love doing, is get in the habit of dry brushing your skin. All you do is use a brush, a natural bristle brush like this one, and you brush all the dead skin off of your body from head to toe. Legs, abdomen, hands, feet, and along that same line, you may want to use a foot file to make sure you don't have any thick calluses on the bottom of your feet. If you do ground through your feet, you want to make sure you get those pedicures or you use a foot file and make sure that the skin doesn't have a lot of buildup that will disconnect you. So dry brushing your body and using a foot file or getting pedicures for your feet to keep your skin nice and fresh and the living skin as close to the surface as possible with the least amount of dead keratinized skin on the outside. Conductivity in the human body requires moisture and it requires minerals. So on top of making sure you don't have a thick layer of dead skin on your body, you'll want to make sure that you're really moisturized. So one of my favorite things that I've been using a lot lately, which is why this bottle's almost empty, because I use this myself after I dry brush every single time after my shower. I dry brush and then I get in the shower and get clean, and when I get out I use this mineral rich lotion, which see if I can show you. Get my hair out of that and just rub it in, and now I have moisturized skin. It's fresh, there's less dead skin on it, and the skin that is there is very hydrated and got minerals now. This has 72 trace minerals in it, so that I've really enhanced the conductivity of my exposed skin, which is exactly what I want when I'm touching the earth. And then that leads me to my next point, which is you want to internally be hydrated. So you want to make sure you're drinking a lot of water, filtered water, fluoride-free water, chlorine-free water. So I highly recommend filtering your water and drinking a lot of it, and specifically intentionally drinking it before you go outside to ground or before you're going to ground indoors. Like if you're going to sleep grounded on a grounding tool, drink a big glass of water before bed. To even enhance that more, you can add mineral drops. This is Concentrace Mineral Drops. This has a wide array of natural minerals right from the earth that will enhance your conductivity. So internally, you put a few drops of this in your water, and externally, you want to hydrate your skin and make sure you don't have a lot of dead skin building up. And then you'll be as conductive and moisturized and hydrated as possible. So also another way that you can stay clean, a lot of people don't know about, is that you can actually get grounded through rocks, just like with the cement that we were talking about on sidewalks. A rock is transmitting the grounding energy. So I'm going to test this out for you right now. I got my grounding test meter and I see a rock over here. So I'm going to stand on it barefoot and I'm going to show you that I'm grounded. Okay, here I am on my flip-flops. Actually, let me take my foot out of one. And let's make sure that I'm ungrounded. Where is my... Let's plug this test meter into the earth. And let's make sure I'm ungrounded right now. Not touching anything. Ungrounded. Okay, I'm going to edge my foot up and I'm going to start tapping it down to see if this rock grounds me. So just this rock, otherwise I'm completely ungrounded, is grounding me just like the earth. Yet I feel cleaner. I don't have to touch the dirt. I don't have to touch the mud. I don't even have to find a tree. This is showing you that rocks, cement, and sidewalks all ground you just as powerfully. So here are your tips for today. Don't think just feet. Any part of your body can ground you. Don't think it has to be a large surface area. A little fingertip, a little side of your face, a shoulder, or one toe is plenty to ground your entire body. Don't think it has to be in the dirt. Absolutely can be on a rock, absolutely can be on concrete or the sidewalk. And you can also ground through a tree. So with a tree, in the back of your mind, you want to go for the most moist part of a tree. Typically new leaves, flowers, or parts of the tree that have thin bark but are alive and thriving and grounded. If you find that you have to touch a tree that has thick amounts of bark, you want to put more surface area and you want to make sure you're prepped for grounding and very moisturized, and then you can overcome the fact that there's bark in the way. So how you prep your body is you loofah off all of your dead skin or you dry brush it off. You make sure you put a lot of moisturizer on, and if it can be mineral rich, all the better and more conductive enhancing. And you want to make sure that your feet, if you're going to ground through your feet, are prepped and don't have a lot of calluses. So you might want to go get pedicures or use a foot file. And then you want to make sure you're hydrated from the inside out. So you're drinking water before you do your grounding sessions, and maybe even adding mineral drops to your water too. Those are all different alternative ways besides the typical go outside and get barefoot that you can ground every single day naturally directly to the earth without using any indoor grounding tools at all. I hope those tips were helpful to you. Let me know, and let me know what other videos I can do to help you get connected to the earth around you. I'm Dr. Laura Conover, and I will see you back soon.